All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the New Orleans Saints. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready! 18 Gator. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Danny. Get it.
They'll run on first down. Slade, call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
90, Wolf. 54, right there. 54. Hey, Foxtrot. Snap.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. That was the safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 or 52 the mic. You get me? Bravo! Go!
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 31 yards there and a first down.
Ready.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This is Hines. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Look at me. Zipper. Smooth. Let's get it. Check 52, come on. Check 52, come on.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Come on, set. Turn it over. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
80 weapons. Ready.
On first down, Slade. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
8 reads. Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On 4th down, Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on, set, 50, plant, go, go. 54. We own it. We own it. Ready, go. Ready.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Here we go.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 16.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. 2nd and 13. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Andy Isabella was the intended target. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
At the 28-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Mike, 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All right, T, let's check. All right, T. Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf. 54, Mike, 54. Shoot.
He'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now.
Now back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A throw over the middle taken in, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. That's a party now.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
52, go! Hey, watch the screen! Bravo! Yo, faster!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Look at me, zipper! Two right here, 52. Hey, come on out here, come get some. Come on here, come get some. He don't want it. Hey, Delta. 52, Mike, 52. I'm coming. 52 is the mic right here, over there, Mike. Ready?
From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Ready up. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Get him. They go.
On play action, they'll throw. Caught, it's Wilson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Jim.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gilbert. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready to break. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. At 6'6", get it.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Hey, wahoo! Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. And here we go.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Redskins' defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. On 1st down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf. Stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Hey, Alpha. 52. Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Come on.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Andy Isabella was the intended target. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Ready.
They run the counter. Slade. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check it back. Hey, high 7.
They'll set up to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, he's looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it. Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays. Back to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
I'm coming after you. Hey, echo. Hey, one set. Check Mike 55.
Back to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent gain, 35 yards. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey.
On 2nd down now. It's Gilbert. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. Going for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Sammy Watkins with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, Zoo.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Big hold to the 30. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Hey, Haywood! 52 by 52. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 52's
on 4th down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
Check 24, check 24.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float it, and he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. As his guys are in for 6, and the Saints have retaken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. 2nd and long. That ball complete to Isabella. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the whip. Jumper, 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 jumper. Slam, slam, slam. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 9, check 9. Gone, gone. Watch twist. Check. Hey, box drop, box drop. My 52. Watch me grip.
To throw on 3rd down. Lawrence. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Switch, switch, switch. Bravo. Now. Smooth.
So that'll back him up 5. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Lawrence. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. Slade, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So for New Orleans, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for entire crew, I'm Brady.